After 3 years of ownership, 50,000 miles and countless memories, the van is going to be going up for sale. But let's recap over the last 3 years a little bit. Now, when I bought this van, I had vast plans of turning it into this ultimate dream mountain bike camper van which I'd visioned for so many years. And in some way I achieved that. All the requirements I set out when I started building this van, I've achieved. I've done everything which I wanted to do to the van when I first bought it. I mean, the van comfortably carried 2 people and 2 bikes and helped and guided us around countless trips in the UK and in Europe. What more could I ask for? But as with everything, good things have to come to an end. See, with a project like this, something you've put time and effort into, what you actually want to do with it, it never ends. And that's the case with the majority of project cars, or in my case, project vans. Everything I did on this van was done by hand, and while it may not have been up to the standard of some of the professional van conversions or just the standard of what a lot of people can do, it was something which I'd built by hand and learned all along the way. And I'm proud that I could pull up to a supermarket car park in the French Alps and sleep there for 10 days in a van which I had built all by myself and all by hand. And it's something which I built with no knowledge or experience on doing it before, and I think that is pretty cool. Now, if you're an avid watcher of the channel, you may look at the inside of this van and think, wow, this has changed a lot from when I last saw it. I mean, the last time you saw it, I just ripped out the kitchen and bed, and then nothing. So since then, what has changed on the inside of the van? Well, first up, we have a lovely new floor, and it's very nice. It's an oak floor and it adds a really nice feel to the whole of the van. And the walls have also been fully recarpeted. And then the big thing is, the van is completely empty. Very empty, in fact. There are still the electrics, but this now makes the van the perfect blank canvas. So the van is sadly going up for sale. And there's a few reasons for it going up for sale, but the main reason probably is the fact that I'm just bored. Now, that's not really the main reason, but it definitely is a factor. The main problem with the van is it's just a little bit on the small side. Well, it's too small for what we want anyway. During our 10-day Europe trip last year, there were a few things which we felt like we missed out on, and that was purely due to the van's size. Well, the size and the ability to be able to stand up and move around inside the van without crouching down or getting changed without being laid in bed. And especially like the UK at the minute when it's raining, because you don't want to be trapped inside a van which is too small and you can't get out without being wet. But also just more space to store stuff, so we don't have the suitcases piled up on the passenger seat whilst we're trying to relax inside the van. And it'd be so nice to be able to get into bed without having to move the table around or pull the bed out and set it up every night. This means as soon as the van is sold, a new one will be bought. One which is bigger, but once again a blank canvas, so I can start building it all again by hand, as I also want another project. But this time it's only going to be better. That's it then, my pride and joy is going, and I'll be honest, I never thought I'd get to the day where I was actually selling this van. When I first bought it, I thought it was going to be sticking around for a long time, but what's going to come will be worth it, and you'll all have to stay along for the journey.